There are several festivals in Southeast Asia, and for the instance, I can take Loy Krathong, Songkran, the plowing ceremony, which was once upon a time in Sanskrit language, it is known as the Holocion. When I did research on the Ramayana, I travel a lot with many Southeast Asian countries. And if you go to Indonesia, I am not talking about only the Bali, but I am talking about the other part of the Indonesia. Java, Jakarta, Yogyakarta, those part. And if you go to the Jakarta National Museum, you can get a lot of inscription, lot of idols or murti or vigraha, Durga. There are Mahishasur Mardini Durga is scattered all over the Indonesia. But in the 19th century, when a Chinese opera company traveled to Phuket, and certainly their all community was, they have some disease, and someone told that you have to be pray to the 9 emperor gods. So see the all the links, and then the whole community worship, and they don't take anything like hum log navratri mein how we are doing na. So they do the austerity and they take only the vegetarian food, and then they all are fine. We all know that there is a Batu cave in Malaysia, and there is a big Lord Murugan Murti is there. So that festival happened in the same area of that temple.
Namaste and welcome to Sangam Talks. Today we will embark on a vibrant journey through the joyous festivals of six Southeast Asian nations: Thailand, Indonesia, Burma, Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. Together we uncover the cultural parallels and delve into the deep spiritual roots that connect these colorful celebrations. Our special guest today is Anita Bose, who will talk about her recent book, Festivals of Southeast Asia. Anita ji is an author, researcher, educator, and artist specializing in Indology, Indian art, and cultural heritage. She has authored acclaimed works on Southeast Asian and Indian history. Her artistic works have been exhibited globally, and she has received honors like the Bengal Pride Global Award and Fox Story, India's Most Influential Women of 2023. Welcome, Anita ji.
Namaste, namaste. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to share about the Festival of Southeast Asia. And as you say, that this book is cover 6 countries. And first of all, I want to give my thanks to the listeners, to the audience also, to join this meeting. Important, and I think it will be an encouraging session about regarding the journey. So my humble prayer to Mother Saraswati. Saraswati Mahabhage Vidya Kamala Lochane Vishwarupe Vishalakhi Viddang Dehi Namastute. So Festival of Southeast Asia, and actually this is not only a book, this is actually, you can say that how the forgotten link of Southeast Asian Indian culture and heritage, and how it was once upon a time, because most of us think that okay, we had no option to spread our culture, but it is very interesting that how we connected from a very past time, very ancient time with Southeast Asia. So here the first slide, actually I want to show that this is a very beautiful boat, and I will describe later. This is from the boat festival. And this boat festival of Himai, and you can see the boat, you can see the Garuda and the Vishnu. Because why they make a boat like which they have the Garuda and Vishnu. So this is a very interesting part, and I have to share that my research methodology, last 10 years I am here in this country, and I try to collect the information not from the only from the internet, but as a field researcher. You can tell me a field researcher, and I try to visit all of those countries, and I try to also visit to attend this festival, because before I did my work on the Ramayana footprints in Southeast Asian 8 countries. And for the festival especially, you have to be meet people. You have to be know their why they are doing this festival, why they celebrate this thing, and what was the origin of that. And in this way, it is not like only the documentation, but it is also the discussion with the scholar, curators, artists from the various corner of these countries. And then I want to thank all the people who actually, that continue this journey till date. Yeah, so you can see that it is not possible without the commoners, because there are many rituals which may be once upon a time a part of royal families. But if it is not be done by the commoners, common people always they take the legacy in a long way. Actually, they actually what can I say? They actually abode of our cultural heritage. Maybe we don't understand from outside, because there is a small thing. We think that, oh, this is our daily rituals. This is everybody do that thing. But if you go through the history, then you can understand that so many things we already lost. Once upon a time, people think, oh, this is very natural. ये कभी नहीं होगा. This will be continue. But no, that cannot be continue. There are many reasons behind that. Maybe the social, maybe the political, maybe the that geopolitical system and the migration. Many things happened there. So this is the map. What you see here. We always remember about our Silk Route, the journey of the Silk Route, the trade of the Silk Route, but the maritime route, the sea and the ocean, they have a very pivotal role to make the worldwide a very different cultural heritage, to spread the different cultural heritage. So India has played a central role in Asian trade, inspiring not only the religious belief, but the art and architecture, the different type of the cultural heritage, different type of the uh, belief of the Buddhism and Hinduism, Brahmanism, and that is made their religious structure at the same time their daily life with. Because if you go to Cambodia, if you go to Laos, they know about Ramayana, they know about Mahabharata, they have a very clear idea about Vishnu, about Shiva. So how this was happened, and the daily festivals. Why I took this subject, because I stay here in this country for my husband's work. I came here on 2014, and now it is almost 2025. So almost 10 years passed away. And I see that, oh my God, there are so many ceremonies they are celebrating, that the same day we also celebrating, but it a different form, maybe different pronunciation, maybe different chantings or different way of puja. Here, just like that, there are several festivals in Southeast Asia, and maybe for the instance, I can take Kathong, Songkran, the plowing ceremony, which was once upon a time in Sanskrit language, it is known as the Holocion. Holocion was a language. So there are Bishakha Bucha, Fita Khan, and many. In my book, I already covered almost, you can say, more than 50 celebration, 50 ceremonies I already covered. So Southeast Asia have a plenty inscription. So how you can understand, how you know that it is such an ancient link? Because see, in a Hindi or Bengali proverb, there is a word, जब क्या प्रमाण क्या है, so then is a praman is a पत्थर में लिखा हुआ है. So that is the stone inscription actually. So we can get a lot of stone inscription from many part of Southeast Asia, because we have to understand that the language of Southeast Asia, mainly the Thai language, or the in Cambodia also in Khmer language, there are many Pali terms used. Pali word, Pali, Sanskrit, Tamil, Brahmi, they all are mixed in this Southeast Asian language. So they know about the Brahmi script, they know about the Pallava script, they know about the Pali, and you can get a numerous story if you go through the ancient scriptures of the, not only for the Indian scripture, but if you go, you can read Pali or Sanskrit or the Thai language or Cambodian language, you can get, there are so many Shraman, the Buddhist monks, they are always travel in India and from India to here. So there are, and we have to remember that once upon a time there was a territory of the Chola kings, the Pallavas, Srivijaya, Shailendra, they all are there. So our heritage and our legacy passed through many ways. There are a very important role of the traders, definitely. But at the same time, if you go to historically, if you want to say that how I can prove it in the academic way, there are a lot of inscription. You can read it. So go through a lot of inscription from Laos, from Thailand. In Thailand, there is a Phanamrung inscription, and there is the Sadok Koktham temple. The Sadok Koktham inscription is around 1,000 years, 1052 CE. So there are a lot of inscription you can get from Sithep. Sithep was a city of in Thailand, and it is before the Khmer, before the Buddhism. So Sithep, I went there, and Sithep actually came Sri Dev. From Sri Dev, the pronunciation changed. Now it is Sithep. So that Sithep or Sri Dev, they have the Sun Temple, and they have a lot of inscription also. So the another damaged stone pillar we got from the Ban village from Pechabun area of the Thailand, and their King Bhavavarmana and about their son and how they celebrate the ceremonies and what they do as a puja. In Thailand, they said puja is like a bucha. The pronunciation is bucha. So so there are many. If you go to Cambodia, Cambodia is full. Even the Sanskrit standard of Sanskrit is better than Thailand in Cambodia. So it was mentioned by R.C. Majumdar in his book, and there are many French scholars. They also mentioned that. And if we go to the Vietnam, so Vietnam is far from us, but once upon a time, there was a very big civilization which is known as the Champa civilization. And we can get the Champa inscription from Mason. And you can get a lot of, the ruins of the temple and the deities from the Danang Museum. So and very interestingly, all those countries, all they have their own Ramayana. So when I did research on the Ramayana, I travel a lot with many Southeast Asian countries. And if you go to Indonesia, I am not talking about only the Bali, but I am talking about the other part of the Indonesia, Java, Jakarta, Yogyakarta, those part. And if you go to the Jakarta National Museum, you can get a lot of inscription, lot of idols or murti or vigraha, whatever you want to say. So you can get a lot, Durga. There are Mahishasur Mardini Durga is scattered all over the Indonesia. And there are so many Vishnus and the Shivalinga also. And this is a very interesting and important inscription from 7th century in Java. It is known as the Kangal inscription, and that is the recorded that King Sanjaya, how he did the Linga of Shivalinga Puja and how did make, say, so this is from the 7th century. There is another one is the Kalashan inscription, because we have to remember that Buddhism and Hinduism or Brahmanism, because I came here when first, then I saw that they particularly use the word Brahmanism. There is a very interesting book of the Brahmanism in Southeast Asia by one Thai scholar. So when I came here, I saw that we have to remember that the Buddha himself was a prince of India. And then he get his bodhi. And then he is Buddha. So that all things happen in the part of India. And from there, the philosophy or darshan, whatever the religious belief, it came through that land. So there are so many similarities, and festivals and ceremonies is such an interesting thing that you can get, you know that through this journey, I believe and I hope that you will get many interesting information. So first of all, in Sanskrit term, Utshav means something which is the Ut. Ut means the Utshar. The Ut means the something you have to removal. And Shava is the wildly sorrow or grief. So why it is Utshav? Because a program or a ceremony which which remove your sorrow. So that's why we do the festival. That's why we do because whenever any ceremonies come, maybe that is monthly or the yearly, there are different type of Sanskrit term from the different festivals, like the Nityotshava. Nityotshava is daily festival. Nitya Utshav. There is monthly festival, so that is Mashotshav. So like this, there are a lot. India have so different culture of every corner, and we have lot of sub festival. But here also there are a lot of festivals. These countries have the land of Siam or Thailand, because the old name of the Thailand was Siam. Sham. When Rabindranath came in Bengali, we wrote a poem, Sham Desh. So Thailand was known as the Sham Desh. So in English, it is Siam or Siam. So that Siam have 30 festivals, which are marked of the national festival once upon a time. Nowadays, maybe there are few less, but there are still lot of festival. And then the same way, Bali, Java, Cambodia, Laos, we can get many different festivals. So here I choose few festivals because it's not possible to show everything in a presentation. I choose few program and few ceremonies from the different countries. So this is the festival of Thailand. Thailand have Songkran. That Songkran word itself is very similar with Sankranti. Okay. So that's Songkran, Loy Krathong, Fra Racha Phiti Charat, and the boat festival. So there are so many. So here in the picture, you can see they are the Thai Brahmins in a white dress. And this is a Brahmin, royal Brahmin temple. Just the main point of the Bangkok. In the heart of the Bangkok, there is a temple, is known as the Royal Brahmin Temple, and that is known as the Devasthan. So what was the role of the Brahmins here in the royal Brahmins? They actually did any type of festival or ceremonies if Thailand royal family have. So 50% work done by them. And the 50% the chantings and other things done by Buddhist monks. And Brahmanism came here, I think, many years back, because there is a place named Chaya, and Jaya, and now actually it is coming from the Jaya. So there are so many Brahmins came almost, the scholar said that almost 2000 years back. And then that it's a very common thing that you have to be mixed with the local people and then get married. And in this way it was continue. So the first, I will choose the festival which is very popular in whole India, that is the traditional New Year. And at the time of the traditional New Year, like in Bengali, we said Paila Boishakh or Noboborsho. In Assam, it is Bihu. In Punjab, it's Baishakhi. And at the same time, all the Southeast Asian countries, they are celebrating. They are celebrating at the same time, same date, from 13 April to 15 April. Each Southeast Asian country have their own traditional New Year. And that New Year, you can say, just before 1 month, we celebrate Holi. So Holi is the game of, that the Holi is the celebration we play with the color water. So they mixed it. Here in the New Year celebration, they actually do this New Year on a 3 continuous day. So the day one, they said they will clear the temples, they will put the water on the Buddha Murti, okay? And then they will wash the parents' feet and take the blessings. And the second day, they will play with the water. They will play with the lot of water. So this is a water game. And this Sankran is like what was the symbol of that water playing? Actually, it's the flashing, purifying, the cleaning. The cleaning from outside, just like in Bhagavad Gita, we said Antar Shouch and Bahir Shouch. That the word of Shouch means Shouch is the cleanness. So this is one kind of cleanness of your soul, and at the same time, it is a celebration with all the people who are near and dear to you. That same Songkran, in Cambodia, it is known as the Chol Chanam Thamai. So this is the Khmer New Year, and that is also celebrate with the same time of the 13 or 14th April, 13 to 14, and it is known as the sometime it is known Mahasankran. So this the tradition and the concept is same almost. So the Thingain, it is known Thingain in Myanmar, Cholchanam in Cambodia, Baon Pimai in Laos. So the festival involved 3 days of the activities, welcoming to guardian spirit, and then in Thailand, they also in Thailand and Cambodia and other country also, just we give the new cloth to the near and dear, and they also give the new clothes to the monks, because here monks are in a very higher, respectable position. So that's a very enjoyable and very fun filled ceremony of the Southeast Asia. Another one is the ceremony related to Lord Shiva. So here you can see a very old giant swing. This is swing. And they have also in the right hand side, you can see the Brahmins are doing the puja of the Shiva and Vishnu Murti. And in the middle, I took the photo from our Bengal Mela. So this thing happened like this type of surrounding and this type of swing. It's happened in the time of the Gajan. Gajan is the just a Chaitra Mahina. So the month of Chaitra is celebrated for the Shiva. And here it is also celebrated for Shiva, but the story is little bit different. So once upon a time, this is the swing. It was Bangkok once upon a time, many years back, all the Thai style architecture and all those things. And it is still continue many years, but the giant swing is 69 feet tall, and it is known as the Sao Ching Cha or Lojing Cha, and it was made by the King Rama I as a religious structure, and it's very close to the Devasthan. I think 2 minutes walking distance. So there, some people believe that the ceremony was derived from the Tamil Hindu customs of the Tirupavai, and but here it is known as the pulling the swing, and but in 1930 here it is the present picture is here, but 1930 now they stopped that because few people died, because it is very risky. You can understand that it is a 69 feet tall tower and people are jumping from over that, and they believe there is a coin, the bag of coin is there, and if you can get it, it is yours. So there is money, there is dharma, and everything is, that interwoven of that uh, ceremonies. So another very interesting festival is the vegetarian festival of Phuket. So Phuket is very well known for only for the, the in the sense of the travel sense and the tourism. But Phuket, if you come to Navaratri, you don't have any problem, because the Phuket have a very big vegetarian festival. And the festival is, they believe that there are a few variation in the origin of the program, origin of the ceremonies, but more of it is almost believed that in the 19th century, when a Chinese opera company traveled to Phuket, and certainly their all community was, they have some disease, and someone told that you have to be pray to the 9 emperor gods. So see the all the links. So 9 emperor gods, and then the whole community worship, and they don't take anything like all like hum log Navaratri mein how we are doing now. So they do the austerity and they take only the vegetarian food, and then they all are fine. So from that day, the festival is also a celebration of the 9 emperor gods. So from that day, vegetarian festival of Phuket is very interesting and very important. So the Thai people are very well known about the word the che. Che foods means the vegetarian foods. So they even, and not only here, if you go come to the Bangkok also, there is a temple named Mariamman Temple, which is made by the South Indian community. But that suppose you will be surprised to see that mostly they are going the Thai people. Maybe 2% of Indians are there. So they do the pujas, they do the chantings, they all take the white dress or the yellow dress, and the Navaratri was magnificent. So the Loikrathong is a program of when the same day of the Kartik Purnima, we celebrated in Odisha Boitha Bandhana, or floating the boat, like a small boat made by the banana leaf, and you put some, flowers and the diyas, and you float it to the water. So this is the Baitha Bandhana. And I am surprised to see that you can see the picture. In such a great way, Thai people are floating the candle, and that is known as the Loikrathong. And that is in the same day of the Kartik Purnima. So this was started from the Sukhothai era. And Sukhothai was an era of the 800 years ago in Thailand. And I asked them that why they are doing this thing. So they said that we believe that it is a respect to the mother goddess, river goddess. So we float the candle and we believed our ancestor will be give us the blessings, and our all the bad, the bad karma or whatever, that is remove away. And in Bali, why we are doing that thing? In Bali, that is the day when the traders started their journey for Southeast Asia. So the people of Orissa, they float this candle for taking care the same concept that they are praying to ocean god, or they are praying to river goddess to save for their husband or children or brothers, and they pray for their good health and safe return. So this is, but thing is that we are unknowingly, we are shared the same cultural heritage. So the krathong is nowadays, in a very big way. You can see a beautiful krathong here. So it is totally made by the banana leaf and decorated with the flowers and different, the small item. And this is a krathong, mostly is a lotus shaped, and bit in traditional way, they make it traditional way. So another program is Ceremony of Thailand. It is not only in Thailand, it is in Cambodia also. The royal families are there, so they actually celebrate the Holocion, or the royal plowing ceremony. So the royal plowing ceremony held also in Cambodia, in Sri Lanka, in Thailand, and it is almost same thing that they practically they plow the field, and either your agriculture minister will come or someone will come from the agriculture ministry, and prince or princess or king or queen, like this position from the royal family people, are attending this program. And the agriculture minister will actually do the plow in the field, and then they celebrate like they will spread the rice seeds. And also, they have the royal ox or royal cow. So they will offer 7 different type of seeds and water. So they will check the royal priest, the royal Brahmins, they will perform the puja, and they will check that what that ox or cow are taken. So that is indication that this year, this harvesting will be fine, will be better. So such an important thing of that. Oh, there is another vegetable festival of Phuket picture. And this is the 9 emperor gods. This one is the 9 emperor gods, which are related with our the same time. And they also, as I said that before, that this time the people are clean their body, they behave very correctly, they avoid eating meat, they avoid sex, they avoid alcohol and all those things. It is not only for the, that for the Phuket festival. I saw that when they are following something, they're following it very much with respect. So this is the royal chariot. This royal chariot in National Museum, Bangkok. I think such a beautiful chariot. I don't know so many how many countries we have, but that chariot actually used for the cremation. Cremation for the king, royal family, the king, queen, or the higher position, something. And this is part of our National Museum, Bangkok. And there are so many, that the rituals and so many rules and regulation connected with this ceremony. And it is not only that it is the rituals, but there are so many things connected with the Ramayana also, because when King Rama 9 died, in front of the whole world, the cremation day, they perform the Ramayana in the big ground, and they make a, they made a heaven, not heaven, they made Vishnu Loka. So they believe their king is Vishnu, the avatar of the Rama, and that's why the Vishnu is went back to Vishnu Loka. That's why they made a heaven like Vishnu Loka, that because Vishnu is went back. And that's why they use this chariot. And another very common festival and ceremonies to Thailand and another part of the Southeast Asia, that is the ancient tradition boat race. So the worshipping river gods is very important, and worshipping uh, goddess of the river is very natural for those countries. Because in Cambodia, this program is known as the Loy Pratip. So what is Pratip? Pratip is Pradeep, the Diya. They lit the light. So they decorate all the boats in this way. And they believe that this festival of this boat festival in Laos, in Cambodia, in Thailand, they believe that this festival actually occur over the span of 3 days. And they believe it is the goddess of Ganga, because Mekong, we all know that the river which is based in the Southeast Asia is based on very important river for Southeast Asia, is the Mekong River. And I was surprised to see that they pronounce it as the Mekongka. So this is the Mekongka. Somehow it is connected with Ma Ganga. And because for them, this is so auspicious. And this program is known as the Og Ambok or the Om Batuk. And the goddess origin from the, they believe that the goddess origin believed from the Hindu mythology surrounding the Ganges River of India. So you can see here in front of the boat, there is a girl is sitting there, and there is something as a puja material. So before they start the boat or rowing, they do that puja, and then they start the festival. So here is the Phimai Boat Festival. Phimai Boat Festival is associated with the cultural performance, the procession, the depicting of the life, how it was in the Khmer period. So, and this long boat race take places in the Moon River, that is a tributary of the Mekong River. So when I saw that, then I think about our Kerala boat race, and we have the Onam festival, and that boat race also a very ancient. That it was started from a very ancient time, and we can see the decoration of the boat. We can see that before the race, they also perform. They also have some type of rituals they do. So these are very much well connected link, which we may know, don't know, or which we may forgotten about that, but it was there and it is still continue. So here it is Bali. This is such a beautiful temple of the water temple of the Bali. And as per Balinese structure, as per Balinese architecture, it is like a Navaratna. Sometimes it's the Navaratna architecture of the temple. Sometimes it's the 12 Ratna. It's depend on why you are making this temple and what is the philosophy behind that. So Bali have different type of, Bali and Indonesia both. The whole Indonesia have different type of celebration. I choose here the Saraswati Puja. That's like Saraswati worshipping in Bali happened twice in a year, because celebrated every 210 days, because they are following that calendar which have the 210 days. And Saraswati Day is when the Balinese Hindus worship the mother goddess Saraswati. Here you can see the Devi Saraswati inside the Balinese temple, and the just like we offered the books and pens and the painting material which are related with Mother Goddess Saraswati to the to before the goddess, they also do that. So then I thought one thing that I saw there also people are use the yellow cloth for the Saraswati Puja, and in Basant Panchami I believe that Basant Panchami in many states of India, we also celebrated the Saraswati Puja and used the yellow cloth also. So another, because that there is the Hindu connection and the Buddhism also, and mainly the Jain go later. Many, I think not so much, but there is already these two religion was from the ancient past. And this is the Salamat Haritri Sushi Vishakha. So this is the Vishakha Bucha Vaishak. Vishakha is the Vaishak, the traditional Bengal month of our Vaishak Jyeshto, just like. So this Vishakha in the Surabaya Barabadut temple, you can see the behind it's the Barabadut temple. And this is the Dieng Plateau. Very few of us known about the Dieng Plateau. Dieng Plateau is 60 kilometers away from the Jogjakarta, and there you can get the 8 temple which is related to the Mahabharata. Chandi Arjuna, Kandi Bhima, this is the name of this temple. And there is a very interesting festival which is known as the festival of the dreadlock cutting. So what that is known as the Ruvutan Anak Gimbal. It is shaving of the dreadlocks is a traditional ceremony of the Dieng, Indonesia. And what happened that time? There is a few kids who's in a in the overnight you can see the kids have some dreadlocks like jata, like Shiva jata in their head. And before that, they feel very much high fever. And after then after 3 days, they got some jata in the hair, in the head. So, and they cannot give, until they cannot give you permission, you cannot cut their hair. So when the kids will give the permission, then only you can go to that temple of the Dieng Plateau, and over there, the Pandit or the priest will perform some pujas and rituals, and then they cut the hair and then throw it nearby lake, which the water of that lake is transferred different color. So I was very astonishing that what was the relation of that, because the whole area is the people are not Hindu or Buddhist. This is the Islamic area, and the kids are also belong from that. So they come, they do the ceremonies, and they believe that it is good for their kids and for all the people who live that village. Another one is the Mount Bromo and the Kasada festival. Mount Bromo is the site of the Kasada ceremony. It was one of the greatest, that volcanic, this is a volcanic mountain. And the festival is involved with the worshippers trekking to the volcano peak and throwing offering, because they believe that if I throw the offering, maybe some fruits, maybe some flowers, and maybe something also the livestock, so agriculture product. And this mountain Kasada festival, they believe that will help to them in a good health and protect them. So there is last temple which is known as the Poten, Pura Lahur Poten. So Poten is a sacred area in that area of the Java. It is known as the Sea of Sand. And on that sand, there is a 14-day celebration happened in the Pura Lahur Poten to ask the blessings from the Ida Sangha Haya, so the god of the Mahameru. So you can see the concept of the Mahameru. This is the place, the Mount Bromo, and the last Hindu temple is there. So this is the concept of the Mahameru is like the Himalaya or the Mount Kailash. So this concept is very popular in whole Southeast Asia. So Malaysia, nowadays Malaysia is different, but once upon a time, the Malay have a very deep connection with the part of the other countries of Southeast Asia, definitely from the India. But they have till now, the Malaya people are there. So they have a very big festival of the Thaipusam. So Thaipusam is a holy festival celebrated in the Hindus of Tamil origin from South India as the thanksgiving of their deity, Lord Subramaniam. And we all know that there is a Batu cave in Malaysia, and there is a big Lord Murugan Murti is there. So that festival happened in the same area of that temple, and they have a lot of doing penance, and some people are doing a simple penance, and some people are doing a very the heart penance. But till date, this festival happened in Malaysia. So another festival happened in the Malaysia, which is related with the Buddhism. That is, they celebrated the Buddha's Enlightenment Day and the Buddha's life. So there, that is known also the Vyashak. So that's, you can see that some country it is said the Vyashak, some countries said Boishak. We said Boishak, and then these countries are said the Vaishak. And the Malaysian Buddhist people go to the temple, the donation to giving food and the needy, and the offering the incense sticks and the that the flowers. In the same way we celebrate any ceremonies. So now I am going to very fast to the Vietnam, the Champa. What I said, that Champa was a very ancient civilization, and if the term Champa is itself a name, we have a city in Bihar, that's known as the Champa, and this Kalinga and Tamrolipti. There was a two ancient port of India in the eastern part of India. In Gujarat, we had Lothal. But in eastern part of India, and mainly the maritime route, it was started through that way. So the Kalinga and Tamrolipti was the Orishan from Bengal. They have a significant role with the maritime trade. And Ongo Bongo Kalinga, once upon a time, it was very famous, the Ongo Bongo and Kalinga. The traders came from there and they reached to the many, the Funan, the Thailand, the Champa and Laos. And in this way, there is Cham people. So the Cham people have Cham Balamon. So those Cham Hindus believes the Balamon word came from the Brahman. So the Brahman is the word is changed now, that is now is the Balamon. So those people believe that when they will die, they sacred, the bull Nandi comes to take their soul and they will be reached to the holy land of India. So, and very interestingly, when I did research on Ramayana, I got that the king of the Champa, the Cham civilization, they're known as the Gango Raja. So they love river Ganga. So their ancestor, and many scholars now said that the architecture and the sculpture style of the Chola is very similar to the Pala dynasty. So you can get the later period, that you can get from 8th century to 11th or 12th century. The traders from Bengal also went there, and Orissa. So there. So they have few festival till date. They have follow the old custom. And one is during their rites, they do the ancestor and gods with the help of shaman. Shaman is like a priest from there. And that is known as the Ket festival. So the Cham people of Vietnam, this is a beautiful temple of the Champa temple. And they went to they said their temple Po. So Po Gorai, Po Rome, this is the name of the temple. And inside the temple, there is a goddess Uma. And it is almost the same time of the Navaratri or before Navaratri time. They believe that they have to be just like this, they have to be offered foods, maybe the homemade food, or maybe you purchase from the fruits or the other thing, and it will be go for your ancestral homage. So I remember in Bengal, before Navaratri, we have Mahalaya. So the Mahalaya is the day when we pray we went to the riverside or the lakeside and pray to our ancestor and offering their til and jal. So the offering was the water and the sishame. So that is our part of our rituals till date. So I am not sure the particular connection, but there is the connection. And they followed this thing. So this is the Ket festival, which marks also the harvesting session. And this is the Phan Rang, Vietnam. The people believe that the red color is very important. So they use red and white. All the male and female, they try to put the white and red dress. This week-long festival, which is began from the Friday, and sometime it is continued the 3 days and the 4 days. So very quickly, I am going to the Laos. So Laos is a traditional festival including Baun Pimai, the Baun Thatlang. So those festivals are celebrated with the mixed of that the Brahmins beliefs, the Buddhist beliefs, Now it is almost, and I always said that tra especially Laos have a lot of tribes. So there are also animism. So here you can see the Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwar in a same frame. And there is a Devanika stone inscription, which is from the 5th century. And Devanika stone inscription give a description about the Kurukshetra Mahatma. So they believe that there is a temple known as the on the Mahendra Parvata, on the top of the Mahendra Parvata, that is from the Champashak or Paksi. So they believe that there is this is the place where the Lord Brahma came and the Shiva was there. So this Mahendra Parvat also a very fascinating area. This is a festival picture from the That Luang. For them, for the Laos people, this temple, that Wat That Luang, is very important. It is itself a symbol of the beliefs, itself symbol of the austerity, and it is a symbol of the prosperity, abundance. So the people are very much fond of that temple, and there are lot of rituals happen to around the temple. But I choose here a particular very interesting ceremonies that is known as the Basi ceremony of the Laos. So we all Indians, most of us, I am not telling about the all, so but we believed in that this type of thread. We have that thread that sometime your parents tie to you, sometime the priest tie to you, or sometime our, that near and dear who are we are praying for the well-being, we are praying for the protecting, and then we have some bind that sometime it's a red thread, sometime white, sometime yellow. And I was surprised to see this program is known as the Sokuan. So what is the Sokuan? Sokuan is the Laonese belief that Laotian belief that the human body is the union of the 32 organs. So with a spirit for protection. So this spirit often wander outside the body, causing an unbalance. So balancing that thing during the basi, they tying the white string. They made it like a basi. They made it by the, the mainly by the banana leaf, and then they put the yellow flower, the marigold or whatever, and then they put the white thread. And all the family member, the priest will come, or someone who is very knowledgeable in your society, he will come, and then he made that thread, and all the members, family, friends, they will take that thread first in their hand, and then that priest will chant for your well-being, and after that he will bind it in your hand. So this is a rituals and ceremonies for the peace and health. So this is known as the Sukhuan, and Phrakuan is a place they will they will they will spread a white cloth, and over that all the program will be happen. So this is give me a very similar thing that when we are trying to auspiciate thread rituals in India from our any pujas, from our any ceremonies, we have these thread ceremonies. And in Bengal, particularly, we have some type of this type of red thread, and the goddess, we worship Mother Goddess Durga, and it is known as the Bipod Tarini. So Bipod is the danger, and Tarini, it is way away. And for that, after the puja, we spread that thread here. And why this? It is believed that all the 72,000 nerves are connected here. And that's why it is very important to believe. And this is another picture from the Lao Wat Phu temple where the festival happened that is known as the Kurukshetra festival, and also the Buddhist lunar month there, the Makha Bucha, that is the Magha. Magha is known as the Makha. Makha Bucha, Magha Bucha, and all those Buddhist festival happened here. And also this festival have the part of, there is obvious part of the Ramayana also here. Another one is the very famous festival in whole Southeast Asia that is known as the Rocket Festival. So they make homemade rocket, huge rocket, and they throw it to the sky god. So for their belief, this is like a bound bank fights in Cambodia and Laos. So it is their belief, it is also part of Bisaka Bucha or the Bhiksha Bucha, festival called Baun Bangphai. So in their belief that the rain god is Indra. So to invite to Indra for harvesting, they will send that rocket. So it was I mean that, see that they know about the rain god of Indra. So they know about that he is the mastermind who will give you water and then you can do the harvesting. So mainly what I saw that all the that the festival and ceremonies, it is related with the life, for the harvesting, for your well-being, for the river. It's all are the part of our life. So the Deepavali is a light festival in India. We all know about that. But here, the light festival of Cambodia, light festival of Laos, light festival of the Burma. On the full moon day of the That Luang day, they celebrate it not only in the house, but they celebrate, they decorate all the water body also with the light. So Myanmar nowadays, Myanmar is very much, that all the in a problem, but Myanmar have a lot of program which is very similar to us, and that is the full moon day. It's a magnificent, the celebrating the Myanmar Kathina festival, and they believe that number 9 is very auspicious. So they try to lit 9,999 candles for this Buddhist festival. And if you go back, I write a lot of thing in my book that this is connected with the Ananta Shayan of the Vishnu. They believe once upon a time it was believed that the Vishnu will be wake up this day. So this is the day of the celebration. Is a Thingian is the Thai Songkran or Thai New Year, and this is the Tazang Mor and Tazang, two festival of the Myanmar, which is celebrated with the lights. And this is another very interesting festival is known as the Matho Rope Festival. So what was the Matho Rope Festival? Matho Rope has a special significance for the weaving. You have to be complete the weaving in a one night for the monks. And it's like a group work. And there are many young Myanmar girls, they are taking part of this beautiful festival, and they made the matho or the robe for the monks in a one evening and give it to the monks. So I think that this is just a glimpses of my talk, glimpses of my books. So you can get a lot of information from my book. So here in a conclusion, I can say that festivals are not only the religious customs, but it is or the social tradition, but they are the living threads that connect people across the globe, across the geography. In Southeast Asia, the vibrant celebration, rituals, and folklore bear the testimony to an ancient cultural bridge with India, and reflecting the shared values, reflecting our shared harmonies, and that is world is our family, the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is reminders that. So beyond the realm of the rituals, beyond the numerous inscription, deities, statues, and artifacts, along with multiple archaeological sites across Southeast Asia, it is almost undeniable evidence that we are deeply connected. So thank you so much. This is my books. I will be request to all the audience that if you can collect this book, The Festival of Southeast Asia, you can get a lot of information and lot of stories. And thanks again to giving me this opportunity to say something about the Festival of Southeast Asia. Namaste.
So, why do you think that we've never paid much attention to this? Why even tourism to these countries have not promoted these connections so much?
So that's the question of me also, that when I came here and I saw such a similarities, such a deeply rooted, connected thing. And I don't know why, but that we are so fond of colonialism. I have to be say that we always think that we don't have anything. Everything is come later. But actually we had it from many thousand years back. And I am not sure that people why don't give focus on that. Because if, especially for the tourism of India, I think you are the new generation and you can give that message that we must be go those sites. We must be understand that rituals and reveal the festivals. Then we can feel that how we are deeply connected. So in our history book, even in our history book or in our social science, I never seen regarding this thing. Nobody talking about our this very close neighboring countries and how it is connected with us. Recent time, you can got many videos on the Ramayanas in Southeast Asia. But when I started my journey in 2014, starting the research work, even that time I don't get many book, because the relation, I cannot say that the scholars don't knew about this. They knew. They have a lot of conference, lot of, the journal, they write. But the thing is your perception, how you can see this thing and how you can spread that thing. So I will be, why they don't did it, I don't know exactly. Maybe some reason of the political reason, maybe something is there. But for me, and I request to all of you that when you come to visit, I always said that when you come to visit in Thailand, you are going directly Phuket or Krabi or Pattaya. Actually, you don't know these countries preserve your culture. What we cannot did it, they can do it. They have that respect. The problem is you have to be believe and respect in your side. Otherwise, if I told you, if I show you, see, this is the link, you don't see. You have your own perception that, oh, this is coming from there. No, I cannot do that thing. Even last 4 days, I had a course with Bangalore that regarding about the India Southeast Asia relation. So the online, and another one is coming from the Maritime University. So I show them the textile. It is how deeply connected Indian textile through the Indian Ocean. So everything is connected. We have to be explored. And that's why I write this book.
Yeah, actually, I have went to a few pages of the book. So I got the book collected from Kolkata itself. Okay. So, Correct. In your previous also book, you mentioned the connection between specifically the eastern region of India and to the Southeast Asian countries, including Philippines and Vietnam and those regions. So, and we can see in the ancient scriptures, correct, the connection between the Myanmar, Vietnam, Cambodia, these places to the eastern region specifically. So, what do you think? What happened that this connection got broken? And to add one more thing, there is now a genetic study which actually connects the specific genetic properties of the especially Bengali and Eastern people to the people in Southeast Asia. So, what do you think? What happened that this connection got broken?
Your question is the why it is broken. So, as per my research and as I talk with many scholars here also, so we have to remember one line from Rabindranath Tagore when he came here in 1927. He wrote that once upon a time we were very much connected, but nowadays all the connection is went away and people also forget about that thing. So that's the one reason is everybody told us about the Arabian expansion. So the trading, once upon a time, our traders went up to Madagascar, and the Rome, and even in Africa. So nowadays, the new archaeological findings that there is connection with the trading of the Africa and India. The Roman people wear muslin from Bengal. The Egyptian mummy wrapped by the muslin. So our textile was such an important part of the trade. But when it was like, that after the 11th century, you can say, 10th, 11th century, the traders came from the Arab, and you can get it from our you know that the Pachali, that is we are known about the Saudagar. The traders, the Indian traders are known as the Saudagar, like the old stories of those people. It is not the story, actually, it is true thing that how they came, how they take the lead. And that's why there is, and then the pirates in the water, you know, that the journey of the sea journey, there are a lot of pirates. Then when they knew that these traders have a lot of, you know, the wealth, and they have many things very important. Sometimes it is spices, sometimes it is jewelry, sometimes it is the, you know, the elephant teeth and those textiles. It's like a Mahargo. In Sanskrit, the word, it is the Mahargo. It is splendid and the very important and very costly thing. So they tried to kill them and then looted them. So it was a very, nowadays, I think that it was a very planning, done by very planned way, because everybody's, you know, the fears is a thing which is a very bad thing for any of us. So when fears come, what we do, we are getting back. We thought that we have to be protect ourselves first. So okay, so then they stop to going far away. They give their things to the Arab traders, and Arab traders trading in those land. So that from that time, our link was broken. It was started to broken. And then you know that there is the colonialism is coming to all those Southeast Asian countries. Dutch people came in Indonesia, French came in Cambodia. Thailand luckily never colonized. Thailand never colonized, but other country, we are colonized by the Britishers. So then whole thing is changed. So nobody telling the history of your, you know, it is your glorious day. Nobody tell that thing. And at the same time, I am not only giving there are responsibility of us also, because we also never did. We don't find out our history. We don't feel proud of about us. We always proud that Britishers came and they give us everything. So that's the reason. We, uh, even till date, I have to be say, we cannot project ourselves in a right way. No, not today also. We cannot say our thing. I can see that there are so many patents. The foreigners are taking our patents. But we always thought, no, it is our, who will take? Okay, it is just like it is for me. Every time it will be for with me. It's not like that, because the world is changed a lot. World is changed many years back, but we cannot focus on that, and we cannot give our, you know, our voice don't reach to them. So that's the many reason why all those link was cut.
Yes, I mean, glad you've covered why the link was broken, etc., because of the invasions and how trade routes. And I think these scholars, modern day scholars in the Indo-Malaysian archipelago, gloss over that the expansion of Islam was peaceful, but I doubt, because their trading method was if you trade in our customs and religions, etc., and convert, it'll be easier for us. Huh? So that's one of the, I think, fundamental reasons from my observations that got, I mean, well, led to the breakage of the link between India, the Indic civilization, and Southeast Asia. Also, I was thinking maybe we should, at a local level, where we can interact, being Indic, I mean, being of Indian origin, of Indian diaspora, and a Southeast Asian, etc., Buddhist, we should maybe form some sort of alliances in a manner of interfaith, etc., and maybe look at festivals.
What you say, that's also right. The convert, and the religious matter. There is that thing. That's why I said that when the Arab traders came, and it was a fears from the converting, fears for the looting and everything. That's why we are little bit go back, and the link was broken, because even in the case of the mathematics, so we all know what happened, that India had that mathematical knowledge such a long year back. But the people know that even in the steel that is known as the Damascus steel, the steel was also a fascinating, the property of us. Once upon a time, the mathematics was there, but everything was changed. And that is a very good reason what you say, that it is, yes, there is the convert is a big problem. And that's why we slowly went back. Okay. So, but that this is what can I say? It's a universe, and it's ever changing. So sometime it's like a wave. I believe it very much, that sometime we were in the top, and that last like the wave we come down, and then again the wave is coming. So from here, I want to say that maybe we lost many things, but nowadays I am very hopeful to see here. The Thai people, they are learning Hindi, they are learning Sanskrit. They try to translate many things from Sanskrit to Thai. Many universities are working on that, in the Pali, the Sanskrit, and the customs and the Hindi language and other thing also. And they all the ICCR also, they are trying to propose and the spread to our knowledge combinedly. And you will be happy to know that there are so many Southeast Asian students who are now studying in Bengali. I teach Bengali in the Chulalongkorn University Asian Study Center. So they are learning also Bengali and the Sanskrit, and they are taking part to learn the Kathak, the Bharatnatyam. They are very, even in the Manipuri dance also, they want to study. So slowly, I know the rate is less, but slowly we are spreading. So this is the part of, that for me also, it's like a believe. I think they see there are thousand and thousand people are all over the world who know about India. So if each and everybody will take a small initiative, that will be one day a very big thing.
Yes, I agree. Actually, the university you mentioned, I was there at for a conference in 2017, and actually, even subtle observations show that when you have understanding of Indian culture, Hindu culture, you can actually see that in practice in daily life there, where they
Yes.
make offerings, etc. So actually, the point I was trying to get at was at the international level. For example, I'm in Fiji. I cannot do much, but I'm trying my best to promote unknown Indian festivals that could bring more unity and etc. Um, to the Indian or Hindu diaspora. And also, I was thinking maybe in overseas countries, Western countries, some sort of interfaith sort of communication should be done between Hindus and Buddhists, where they can combine festivals and maybe celebrate it more than just for a day. Because most of our festivals are for, they don't actually go for a day. And I think it'll be great in social, and of course it'll influence the Indian soft power diplomacy as
Yeah,
well.
this is actually the soft power diplomacy. Yes. And
Right.
in Fiji, I know there are many Indians, and when I did research work on the Ramayana, so Fiji people, few people from there also, they contact me, and you have the Ramayan Gari. Many home have the Ramayan Gari, where the day of the Ekadashi, they are doing the Ram Nam Sankirtanam. I know that. So maybe one day I will cover all those areas also, but it's a huge area. I hope one day we can do that.